More Boston. Here's something worth knowing about Brad Stevens: he expects to win. Always. In 2013, when Danny Ainge tapped the 36-year-old Stevens to lead a team he had just stripped down, a team that was one Brett Sabo appearance away from being elkarishly bad, he expected to win. In 2015, when Boston's most accomplished player entering the season was David Lee, he expected to win. And so, in 2017, armed with more firepower than perhaps any team in the conference, Stevens, you guessed it, expects to win. Our expectations haven't changed, so there's no balance, Stevens said last week. You do what you do, work every day to try to be the best you can be. We know what the goal is in Boston. That's stated pretty clearly with the banners that hang above us. Ultimately, that has nothing to do with how good we become tomorrow and the next day. We just focus on the process. These are interesting times in Celtics land. The core of last season's 53-win, Eastern Conference finalist has been gutted, only 4 players remain. Kyrie Irving has supplanted Isaiah Thomas as the team's franchise player, and Gordon Hayward and Al Horford are his running buddies. The bench has been revamped with a slimmed-down Marcus Smart, entering a contract year, being counted on to give a spark to the second unit. Yet Boston's ability to equal last season's success, and eventually exceed it, likely comes down to Irving and Hayward, and the ability of the Celtics' 2 new alphas to coexist. Hayward's early transition has been seamless, which is expected when a player reunites with a college coach with whom he achieved success. Hayward and Stevens, says Irving, already have an unspoken language. It's been 8 years, so things are different, Hayward told The Vertical. There is some familiarity when Brad is drawing up a play. He is really good at knowing when a guy is going to switch, when this guy is going to slip here. That part is still the same. Stevens has made no secret of his desire to coach Hayward again, and while Hayward developed into an all-star in Utah, there are facets of Hayward's game that Boston believes are still untapped. Post-play, for one. Operating out of the low post was not a central part of Hayward's game in Utah. In Boston, it will be. That's something I have been working on, Hayward said. It's something I can get better at. My size, taking advantage of when guys switch. Or just being a playmaker out of the post. In a lot of situations, guys have to help or overhelp, and you can just pick apart a defense. Added Irving, it's fun. He can be on the ball or I can. Al can handle the ball as well. When you have guys who have the ability to play in different spots that are not defined as 1 through 5, it makes the offense and defense go a lot smoother. Irving got everything he wanted this summer. He got out of Cleveland. His reasons, which he has only vaguely articulated, may never be fully known, and landed on the next best team in the conference. He could have been traded to a poorly managed, rebuilding franchise, and instead he got a well-managed one with championship expectations. Barring injuries, Irving should be playing deep into the playoffs for years to come. On the court, Irving should thrive. Celtics officials have touted Irving as a better playmaker than he showed in Cleveland, and he will have to be less of a turnstile defensively than he was last season. But this is a great fit. For all the talk of Irving as a ball stopper, remember, he's replacing Thomas, who, when he had it going, had the freedom to attack the rim at will. And Boston gets enough playmaking from other positions. Horford and Hayward are above-average passers, to make up for any deficiency. He's so good with the ball, Hayward told The Vertical. And he's really good without it as well. We can feed off each other playing off when we don't have the ball. If defenses are going to collapse on one of us, the other is going to be open. Where Irving will have to prove himself is off the floor. The Celtics won't name a captain, but this is Irving's team now. The backlash LeBron James absorbed during tough times now will be directed at Irving. He will have to connect with the veterans while showing the leadership needed to help Boston's young stars, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, develop. He'll be heaped with praise when he plays well but face the wrath of one of the NBA's most intense fan bases when he doesn't. As straightforward and transparent as you get. This is something that I really enjoy doing, and that's putting the basketball in the hoop at a very high level, Irving said. I've been dreaming about it since I was a kid. To commit yourself into being the best that you can be, to be able to share that with other individuals and go after a goal that we all collectively share and want to accomplish, there's nothing like it. There's nothing greater than being on a team and sacrificing the time. We give up a lot.